Good snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good!
Will be a swing by Kramer, kept alive by Jalbert. Lucas with the attack off the side of the block for the kill.
Kazette, he looks to go off guard, tucks back inside to the A gap, and he gets in for the touchdown.
Harrington, angle, off a touch, diving, Dunbar, holy cats, wow!
Starcevic in the shotgun play action, looking for a man, has him down the field to his brother Starcevic for the touchdown. It's 31 yards. Jake.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
A pleasant good evening to you and welcome to the new digs here in Tower City, the Raider Activity Center, where tonight the Maple River Raiders are playing host to a Region 1 rival, which would be the Eagles of Enderlin. Alex Hoffman joining you here tonight from Tower City as part of Your Live Events' extensive broadcast here tonight across the region. Region 1 so far has been kind of up for grabs early in the year. We've seen a lot of teams knock one team off and then lose to another team, which kind of tells us that it's kind of the sixth sense of, or the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, right? It's anyone's game right now. No one has kind of jumped out to a true dominant lead here yet, but we are still early in the year. Looking at the visitors on the scoreboard here tonight, the Enderlin Eagles, 6-10 overall coming into tonight's match, 2-2 in Region 1, which puts them right in the middle of the current standings of Region 1. Head coach Allison Bartholomew, we'll hear from her a little bit later here in our Irie Insurance pregame show. She brings 3 seniors to the starting lineup tonight for the Eagles, and that would be Michaela Wall, Carson Waitson, and Ellie Fredericks. So 3 seniors, a little bit of a younger team, especially when we compare them to the opponents on the scoreboard, the Maple River Raiders. How the Eagles have got here so far, they defeated Sargent County at home during homecoming week in 3 sets. The first set even going 33-31, where Sargent County had a 20-11 lead. Enderlin clawed their way back into that first set and eventually took the entire match. They've also defeated Hankinson in 3 straight sets. They've lost to Kindred in 5, and then they recently lost to Central Cass in 3. Last game was Thursday in Hankinson. That was their last victorious match for the Eagles. Jump to the right side here, the home team on the scoreboard, the Maple River Raiders. 10-4 overall, 2-1 currently sitting in Region 1. Head coach Craig Poole, got to be happy with a winning record so far, both in overall records as well as Region 1 play. Coach Poole brings a lot of seniors to the table here. 6 seniors could possibly see action here tonight. So a veteran team when you look at how long these girls have not only been playing, but playing together. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back here to talk more about the region as well as what the future could hold for Region 1 here on our Irie Insurance pregame show.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
There was an idea
to bring together a group of remarkable people.
So when they needed us, the call is answered.
We need to get the right protection to as many people as we can.
We need to protect as many as we can.
We will.
We don't give up. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Now available, the 2024 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide. The digital version of the R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is available at rjbroadcasting.com. This year, featuring schedules for the fall sports teams in the region, along with photos, coaches' bios, and highlights from the 2023 season and the fall broadcast schedule for R&J Sports and YourLiveEvent.com. The digital version of the 2024 R&J Sports Guide is available now at rjbroadcasting.com.
Fans, welcome back to the Raider Activity Center here in Tower City, where the Maple River Raiders, the home team on the scoreboard, are playing host to Region 1 rivals, the Enderlin Eagles. Looking at Maple River's history here over the last year or so, this is the third year as the co-op for Maple River. Used to just be Maple Valley and Hope Page separate, actually separate regions too, as Hope Page was playing in Region 2. This is the third year for this co-op for volleyball, girls basketball and boys basketball. Last year, Raiders made one of their deepest pushes that they've had in quite some time into just Region 1 postseason, where they got to the quarterfinals and ended up losing to Wyndmere Lidgerwood, the number 2 seed from last year. They actually finished 7th overall in Region 1 and with a 15-17 record overall. This year sitting at 2-1 currently right now, as the year is young in terms of region play. The defeated Castleton here on the, if you want to call it, the inaugural game for the Raider Activity Center here, which they're calling the RAC around here, RAC. They defeated Central Cass in 4 sets. A very back and forth match there between the Squirrels and the Raiders. They did fall to Sargent Central later that week, Sargent County in Milner in 4 sets. Another back and forth matchup there. Yesterday, they did defeat Barnes County North. We carried that game here on Your Live Event and YourLiveEvent.com in 3 straight sets, and they're going to host Richland on October 1st. In terms of where the region sits right now with regards to standings, Oak Grove, the Grovers are sitting on top right now, the only undefeated team in terms of region play at 3-0. Central Cass, as we mentioned, the only loss Central Cass has had in Region 1 play so far was to the Raiders here in Tower City. They're sitting at 2 right now, or a tie for 2. Actually, no, they do have the tiebreaker because they did defeat Wyndmere Lidgerwood last Thursday in Castleton to hand the Warbirds their first loss. Then you go down to Northern Cass, Kindred, Enderlin, all sitting right now at 2-2. So they are looking at, trying to break into that top 4, maybe top 5 area right now. You got Maple, or we already mentioned where Maple River stands at that kind of 4 seed right now. See how tonight plays. Richland and Hankinson both sitting at 1-1 right now, with Richland losing to Wyndmere Lidgerwood and Hankinson falling to the Eagles here that we're watching here tonight. Sargent County did get their first region win against the Raiders last week in Milner. They do have losses to Central Cass, Oak Grove, and Enderlin. Lisbon's 1-3 right now as well. They've lost to Hankinson, Maple River, and Wyndmere Lidgerwood. And Tri-State still looking for their first region win. When we come back here after a short break, we'll hear from both coaches. We'll talk about our extensive broadcast here tonight on Your Live Event. We are all over the region here covering North Dakota and Minnesota volleyball. So come back soon for our Irie Insurance pregame show.
Hometown Community Bank serves both the Hope Page and Maple Valley school districts in Page and Fingal, North Dakota. If you're interested in an ag loan, real estate, consumer, commercial, or HELOC, give Dwight a call at either branch location. Reach out to Janine about investing in a certificate of deposit or save by opening a money market account. Proudly supporting the Maple River Raiders and wishing the athletes and coaches a successful year. Hometown Community Bank is an equal housing lender and member of the FDIC.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run
and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors on their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
On our Irie Insurance pregame show here from Tower City tonight, we have head coach of the Maple River Raiders, Craig Poole. This pregame interview is brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank. Coach, last night you guys hosted a non-region opponent in Barnes County North, and you came out victorious in 3 sets. What went well for you guys last night, and what quick adjustments do you have to make here tonight for Enderlin?
You know, last night it was, and they're basically going to be this very similar type of teams. They're not like a real dominant power hitting team or anything. But last night I think we served well, and we got off to a good start every time. A lot of times we have a tendency to flounder around a little bit and then get going about point 10 or something along that line. And tonight Enderlin's one of those scrappy teams. If you make mistakes, it's going to hurt you. You know, that's a big thing.
Yeah, and this region right now feels kind of wide open for some of the scores we've been seeing. So just to kind of focus on one player tonight, looking at your libero, Lila Richmond, what can you say about her progress from last year predominantly junior varsity time to now cementing herself as a starter on varsity?
You know, Lila is just so calm, cool, and collected. I mean, she's had the skills. Last year we just had a couple of really good defensive girls in front of her. I think we got her in to serve on occasion and play some defense, but she didn't get the time that she truly deserved. But as soon as we started everything this summer, I mean, there was no doubt who we were going to go to, and she just keeps getting better, and we're trying to open her up a little bit to doing some different things as far as when she's her secondary setter, trying to make sure she gets it to both of the pins, and last night she did a great job of that.
Awesome. So you guys are ending a back-to-back schedule here tonight with last night and tonight with Enderlin. How do you make sure that your girls are physically ready in terms of energy, but also emotionally or mentally ready to do this back-to-back?
You know, the mental part is the tough part. But, you know, if you're looking at it in the grand scheme of things, we're used to playing on Tuesday. So Monday was one that you just, it's scary for a coach when you haven't had any practice the night before. And then you come out and you're going, oh, my God, are we going to be flat? Or what are we going to do? But this is a pretty solid group mentally, you know. There's some areas sometimes in a couple of the matches where we kind of got stuck. And we just got to get that drive to get through it. But I think we'll be ready to compete tonight.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Coach, for joining us here tonight, and good luck versus the Eagles here in Tower City in roughly an hour or so.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, that was Maple River coach Craig Poole. This interview, again, was brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Hope Page Public Schools are committed to the development of all students by providing a high-quality education that is reflective of the strong values in our communities. The staff at Hope Page Public Schools work each day to enable and inspire students to achieve academic excellence and make positive contributions to our world. Learn more about Hope Page Public Schools by visiting hopepage.k12.nd.us. We are Hope Page, and we will change the world.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Welcome back to our Irie Insurance pregame show here in Tower City. Joining me now is Allison Bartholomew, head coach of the Enderlin Eagles. This pregame interview is brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank. Coach, your team grabbed the attention of Region 1 with a big win against Sargent County. You swept the Bulldogs at Enderlin. Can you use that same game plan tonight against the Raiders, or do your girls have to make some adjustments tonight?
We do have to make some adjustments. You know, in the front row, they have some pretty tall girls that we'll be facing tonight. So we're really trying to work around those blocks and make sure we're putting it around those blocks where they're not and kind of working that way, which is a difference of what we saw that night. So that's kind of the big thing that we have prepared for today, is going up against those big blocks and trying to find places around those blocks where they're not. So
Any hole you can find, right?
Right.
You have 3 seniors this year on varsity. Can you walk us through their contribution to the Eagles' success so far this year?
Yes, their leadership and that they've brought to this team in general, with the rest of them being a pretty young squad, has been huge. With our libero in the back row being the senior, that's how stuff gets ran, is through her, because without it, we can't start without a pass, right? We can't have our offense. So, and then getting up to our setter, who's our other senior, and putting it in play for us wherever the ball may go has been huge. And those 3 seniors, then with Carson at the outside, she's really put some balls in play for us. So just having those 3 being a leader in that role, and then on the floor pulling all those younger girls together and getting there, has been great.
So looking forward, I know coaches love to look past tonight's game all the times, but looking forward past tonight's game, you guys do have a couple non-region matches in before you battle Wyndmere, Lidgerwood, and Northern Cass for Region 1 play. How are those non-region matches really going to help you and your team?
The big thing right now is I want us to carry momentum going forward, no matter who we're playing, who we're going up against, who's on the other side of the floor. I want us to keep our momentum and keep that high-intensity game, and then I think that will help us in higher intense situations, which we're going to have to see, and we're going to have to fight through those. And so I want to carry that high energy, high intensity throughout, and hopefully see some good things come from them.
Thank you, Coach, for the time tonight before your match, and good luck tonight versus Maple River.
You.
That was Enderlin's coach, Allison Bartholomew, joining us for a pregame interview brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank.
Maple Valley Parents is a nonprofit organization whose main purpose is to promote, encourage, and support the Maple Valley students, teachers, and staff. MVP strives to strengthen and enhance the educational and social environment of the Maple Valley School District by providing opportunities for students, teachers, and parents to learn, socialize, communicate, and grow together. MVP Group welcomes anyone to join them in their mission. If you'd like to get involved or see upcoming events, check out the Maple Valley Parents Facebook page.
Fans, welcome back here to the Raider Activity Center. It's going to be hard to break that habit of calling it the Raider Dome. Obviously, we're not in the Raider Dome anymore, as Maple River has a fresh new gymnasium here for volleyball and basketball coming up in the wintertime. Taking our final look here at the matchups here tonight, and then we'll get into starting lineups as well. Both teams looking to try to get to 3 wins in the region. Enderlin sitting at 2-2 right now, right at 500 in the region, and Maple River sitting at 2-1. Both teams vowing for that 3rd spot. And the coveted prize right now, maybe not always looking at the number 1 seed in the tournament, but definitely want a top 4 position. I think every team would try to would appreciate that bye in the Region 1 tournament. But even that 5 through 8 position wouldn't be terrible, because then you at least get that home court advantage for that play-in game to get into the Region 1 tournament. We'll break one more time as the anthem will be played and the starting lineups will be announced. You are listening to the Irie Insurance pregame show here on your live event.
Maple Valley Public School will begin the year with the completion of the building project, which added 14,500 square feet, housing a community fitness center, gymnasium, locker rooms, and a pre-K room. This addition will significantly enhance community opportunities by providing updated equipment and facilities. Maple Valley will also launch the Best in Class for our 4-year-old program this year. The Best in Class program includes curriculum, professional development, and resources to create learning environments for pre-kindergarten students.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
North Star Ag is your premier full-service short-line machinery dealer. Whether it's equipment sales, parts, or service, North Star Ag carries a full range of equipment from leading brands such as Meridian, Brandt, and Salford Valmar. The North Star team is here to help you year-round. Learn more at northstar-ag.com. That's northstar-ag.com. Or visit them at their Tower City facility. North Star Ag, committed to quality, committed to you.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a four-year school, and I'm going to be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like, every time I go to a meeting, like, everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
Fans, welcome back here to the Irie Insurance pregame show as Nathan Hoots announces the starting lineups here between Enderlin and Maple River. We're going to take a look at them ourselves. Start with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Eagles of Enderlin. Starting for Coach Allison Bartholomew. Number 1, Caitlin Bartholomew will be playing in middle hitter. Number 2, Michaela Wall will be setting, the senior. Another sophomore. Number 3, Ava Furno, outside hitter tonight. Number 5, Caitlin Maggio, a junior for the Eagles, will be middle hitter. A sophomore, number 6, Eve Chamberlain, will be outside hitter. Number 9, a senior, Carson Wadeson, will be an outside hitter. And number 15, Ellie Fredericks, will be a senior libero. That goes one more time: Bartholomew, Wall, Furno, Maggio, Chamberlain, Wadeson, and Fredericks for Coach Bartholomew. Switching to the home team on the scoreboard for Coach Poole, he is sending junior and libero number 2, Lila Richmond. Junior number 4, a setter, Hallie Bisset. Senior setter number 6, Brielle Caloran. Outside hitter number 8, senior Addison Hannig. Middle hitter number 12, a sophomore, Leah Hannig. 8th grader, an outside hitter, number 14, Sophia Satram, and senior middle hitter, number 16, Stella Satram. Once again, that is Richmond, Bisset, Caloran, Hannig, Satram, and you do not have to adjust your sets. Yes, there are 2 Hannigs and 2 Satrams, and they are all, well, I guess pairs of sisters, we should say, so we'll be calling their names here tonight for the Raiders and Coach Poole. Did not see who won first serve, so we will see where the ball rolls here tonight. In terms of officials for tonight's game, we're looking at Michaela Helland and Sherry Armitage, with line judges Rita Leerud and Jody Combs. Game time looks like it's going to be right around 7:16, maybe 7:20 here. And that will do it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. Irie Insurance, get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote. And the pregame substitutions coming in here now as the Liberos check in, which is why we always have 7 starters and not 6 for each team. The Raiders won the right to serve first, and that's what they will do. Here from the Raider Activity Center, we are underway. First serve by Lila Richmond, the libero, dug out nicely by the Eagles. B-set's going to try to set up here. Sophia Satcham, the 8th grader, dug out in the back by Fredericks. Hit over the top and a couple pushes, and Stella Satcham just gives it a little tip, and the first point of the night goes to the Raiders here on our City of Hope scoreboard. So give that a kill to Stella Satcham. The first home game here last week, she had 16. Addison Hanning had 15. As that one's too tight to the net there for the Raiders. And the point goes to Enderlin, which will bring up here Michaela Wall, the senior, to serve for the Eagles. The left-handed serve comes over. Hannig digs it out of the back. B-set puts it up for Stella Satcham. The swing didn't get all of it on that one. Dug out by Michaela Wall. And 2 blockers there. Dealt with it a little bit. That was Kaloran and Satcham just kind of pushing it back over. This one goes into the net there as Waitson swings into the net. Point Raiders, and a quick side out for Coach Poole and Maple River. Brielle Kaloran, the senior, and a setter, will toe the line here. Last year, if I remember right, she was known to go on a few runs from the service line. As the Eagles, Waitson tries to send it over, but into the net. Point Raiders. And a 3-1 lead here for Maple River. Both coaches shouting out instructions for their respected teams. As Kaloran sends up the right-handed serve, goes to the back row where Fredericks is. Gets it a little too tight to the net, and nothing they could do with it there. Point Raiders. Raiders tonight in their home whites with blue stripes going down the sides, blue lettering, blue numbers outlined in red. The Eagles in all black with the white and orange stripe coming down the side, and Eagles on the forearms. As the Eagles will set up here, Eve Chamberlain, she will get the kill there on the good swing from the outside position. First kill of the night for Enderlin, and should be saying here the first kill of the night for Chamberlain. As the senior Carson Waitson goes to the line here, sets up a serve, just right down the middle. Richmond digs it out. They're going to set up here Britton Richards, who checked in. Number 9, the senior for Maple River, and she sends out a little bit long. Point goes to Enderlin. So Waitson puts it up in the air. This one's going to go wide left, and a service error will get the ball back to Maple River. One thing that neither team will really have to worry about tonight, which was different than last year, would be the ceiling. It won't come into play nearly as much as it did in the old Raider Dome with that kind of old school setup there. Here as the Raiders are going to try to set up now Addison Hanning on the outside position. She gets the hit, gets the kill, her first of the night. Point Raiders 6-3 here early on in set 1. And if those two get going, Satcham and Hanning, that does spell trouble not only for Enderlin but for a lot of Region 1 teams here. Tough to block those two. Speaking of blocks, you have both Richards and Satcham there for the block. Couldn't see if one got it over the other. We'll give credit to both here as the Raiders take a 7-3 lead in set 1. The 8th grader now, Sophia Satcham, will come up to serve. Gets the running start. Sends it to the left side there. Waits and digs it out. And they're going to try to set up now the junior, Caitlin Maggio. She sends it to the back row. Hannig will take a swing at it. Dug out there by Fredericks. Sending it to the middle now. Middle position there was Caitlin Maggio again. And that one's going to go wide of the antenna. Kind of tough to dig that one out there for the Raiders. Point inside out to Enderlin. You can see a little bit difference in height here between the two teams, and that's one thing that Coach Poole said in his pregame show when he was talking about Enderlin, saying they don't have the height that Maple River does, but they're going to definitely try to find the holes, to go around those blockers. As the Raiders get the point there, and definitely the tallest front row we've seen from Maple River in quite some time with the two seniors there, Satcham and Hannig. And also Britton Richards, pulling her own in terms of the height there in the front row. Savannah Warren, the senior, puts up the serve as she checks in. Dug out there by the Eagles, specifically Furno. And tried to get that one over was Eve Chamberlain, but Hannig was there for the block. And a 9-4 lead here for Maple River. Savannah Warren wearing number 1. Puts up their right-hand toss here for the serve. Dug out there by Furno. Sending it over to the left side. Didn't see exactly who got that one there. And the Raiders just going to free ball it over. Fredericks trying to send it to her setter. They're going to go back to the left side, and that hit is going to go wide. Enderlin asking for a tip, and they shall receive one. Not sure who tipped it, but there was definitely a little bit of contact there by Maple River at the net. Enderlin knew it right away. 9-5, side out gives Enderlin the serve. As Stella Satchram checks in now for Savannah Warren. Excuse me, that was Aaliyah Hannig coming in. And our first ace of the night goes to Enderlin here, as we'll give that one to Eve Chamberlain, the sophomore, serving. First ace for either team here tonight. Puts up this one a little bit further back row this time, and too far back in the back row. Point and side out to Maple River. First service error of the evening for either team. So 1 ace, 1 service error for Chamberlain, the sophomore. Hallie Bisset sends this one over. Set to the middle, and that is going to be Bartholomew taking the swing at it there. They're going to set up Hanning now out of the outside position. She takes another swing, and a little too tight to the net for Enderlin. Gives the Raiders the point. And it is 11-6 on our City of Hope scoreboard. Hallie Bisset, the junior, sends it on over. Wadeson digs it out, gets the pass to Michaela Wall, who's been busy early on tonight, as most setters usually are. Hanning will try to take a swing here as Wadeson's right there waiting for it. A little pushover. Bisset digs it out. And a little communication, but Hallie Bisset from the knees gets it over as a free ball. Sending it over to that outside position. Ava Furno takes a good swing, gets the kill. Her first of the night. And the side out goes to Enderlin. They've been really trying to attack that outside position, which would be from our farthest vantage point here. And another service error for Enderlin as I was speaking. As Ava Furno got that one a little too close to the net. Senior Addison Hanning now will take the serve, puts it over, goes to the left side, and a little too deep, says the line judge. A little too far left, we should say. And that's the first service error for Maple River tonight. And speaking of service errors, back to back to back, as Caitlin Bartholomew puts that one into the net. We won't call it an announcer's jinx here yet. I won't take credit for that here quite yet for the 3 service errors. As the libero now, junior Lila Richmond puts it into the air. Pass from Wall goes into the middle area there. And to try to push it over was Furno. A little too low into the net, point Raiders. And we're going to get our first time out here of the evening from Enderlin, as your City of Hope scoreboard reads Maple River 14, Enderlin 8.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
As we welcome you back here to the Raider Activity Center, the RAC as they're calling it here in Tower City. Maple River's jumped out to a 14-8 lead here to start things off in the first set. And as the night goes on, we'll try to check in with other Region 1 matches going around tonight. We know that Central Cass and Northern Cass are squaring off, as is Oak Grove. They head down to Wyndmere-Lidgerwood tonight. Kindred's hosting Sargent County. And we also have Hankinton at Tri-State, Lisbon at Richmond. So very busy night here across Region 1. Swing there by the Raiders number 14. That was Sophia Satcham. We got a little long. And the timeout works as Enderlin Eagles get the point back, or get the side out back with the point. Left-handed serve here coming from Michaela Wall. They set up Stella Satcham, big swing from the middle, but taken out nicely with a block there by Enderlin. This one goes a little bit deep from Eve Chamberlain. They will say that one's out, no tip. Point Raiders. So far a lot of back-to-back here tonight as this first set began at about 7:18 local time. Senior Brielle Kaloran gives it a spin, fires it over. Wadeson digs it out from the back row, puts it up to the middle now. Was Wall to Caitlin Maggio. She'll get the kill, her first kill of the night. And the last 5-6 points have just been back and forth here. A true volley, if you want to call it that, as Wadeson puts it towards the back row as Richmond's there to dig it out. Satcham with a big swing, but it caught a little bit too much of the net. They'll call that a 4-hit error, and the point goes to the Eagles. Wadeson sends it over again. Hanning deals with it. Satcham has to go down and get it, and Brielle Kaloran just tries to dump it into the corner there a little bit. Almost gets the point. Free ball here by the Eagles, as Richmond's going to set up Richmond to Richards. And that'll be the first kill for the senior Britton Richards here tonight. Point Raiders. And once again, back-to-back, or kind of going back and forth here early on, or kind of midway, I should say, through this first set. 8th grader here, Satcham, with the running start. Gets the serve over. Dug out there nicely by Ava Furno. And the Raiders will take the free ball here, see what they can do to it. They're going to set up Hannig. She gets a big swing into it. It was partially blocked, but falls in for a Raiders point. As that's our first streak of a point here in quite some time. 17-11 now. Maple River holds that 6-point advantage. Satcham sends it to, trying to go to the middle, but a little too short on the serve. Second service error of the evening for the Raiders. That would be Satcham's first. Sophia Satcham, I should say, as both her and her sister Stella are out on the court right now. As Fredericks, the libero, will send it over. Hannig deals with it, and they're going to set up Satcham here again. Stella Satcham. Nice dig out there by Fredericks. And their Eagles will take the point there. Some nice defensive work there by Enderlin. See if that's the spark they need to get this rolling. Try to get some points back here and really put their teeth back into this lead that Maple River's built up. Frederick sends this one a little bit long, and the Raiders will get the ball back here with an 18-13 lead. Fredericks, that's her first service error of the night. Currently, the Eagles have 4 service errors, and that you could argue is kind of the difference right now between the scores here. As the senior Savannah Warren comes in. And speaking of service errors, you know what? I will take credit for that jinx there. Should never say service error as they are about to serve. But we have back-to-back service errors. Warren's first. Gives the ball right back to Chamberlain here, the sophomore, and the Eagles. And another service error. Goes against the Eagles. And the scoreboard here reads, at least in the gym, 19-14 as I quickly update ours here on the City of Hope scoreboard. Hallie Bisset, the junior, puts it up in the air. Dug out by Fredericks in the back row. Wall's going to try to set it to the middle. They're going to have to free ball it here. And Waits had put it all the way back into the corner where Richmond was. Hanning's just going to push it over. Chamberlain was there and trying to get bailed out here by Wall, and she does. Brielle Kaloran has to make a little magic happen. They're going to set up now into the middle. Aaliyah Hannig will just push it over. And going to the back row here again for Enderlin. They get kind of bail themselves out. Hannig takes a swing. Didn't get all of it. Puts it into the back row. Enderlin tries to put it into the back corner, the far side corner, but a little too far. Point goes to Maple River. She gives the ball back to Hallie Bisset. She puts it up in the air. We go to the back row again. There's Fredericks to Wall. Right to the middle there was Caitlin Bartholomew. And now they try to stop Hannig on the outside there. She'll take that all day. Her second kill of the evening. And Enderlin will burn their second time out here late in the first set as our City of Hope scoreboard reads Maple River 21, Enderlin 14.
There was an idea
to bring together a group of remarkable people.
So when they needed us, the call is answered.
We need to get the right protection to as many people as we can.
We need to protect as many as we can.
We will.
We don't give up. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IRINsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
As we come out of the timeout break here from Tower City, Enderlin's just used their second timeout of this set as the Raiders, the home team on the scoreboard, currently leads 21-14. We'll see if the timeout gets Hallie Bisset off of her two serve streak here. She puts it up in the air, puts it towards the right side where Waits is at it. Wall puts it up to number 3 there. Ava Furno was blocked at the net by the Raiders, and the Raiders will try to do something on offense here. Hannig is going to take that swing from the outside position, gets another kill, back-to-back kills for Hannig, as the Raiders now have extended their biggest lead of this first set here of 8, 22-14. Bisset puts it to the middle where Fredericks is. Quickly finds Wall. They go to the middle here now where Caitlin Bartholomew tries to get it over. Hannig has to do something with it. Bisset, the setter, goes to the middle where Aaliyah Hannig was. Good swing there by Hannig, and a little miscommunication by the back row of Enderlin as that ball fell. Fredericks and Waitson and Fernal kind of all looked at each other like, I thought you'd have it. Bisset sends it over. Waitson's there to Wall. They go to the right side this time. Nice swing by Furno, dug out by the Raiders. Richmond has to send it from the back, which Liberos always love to give it a good swing, and that will be a kill there for Lila Richmond, the junior. And we have set point possibly here with a 10-point lead for Maple River. Bisset goes to the back row, and they're going to try to set up that right side again. Furno takes a good swing. She's been busy tonight from that right side. Hannig also been busy from the outside position. Sends it to the middle. They're going to have to do a free ball here, and Waits kind of bails them out. Bisset's going to go back to Addison Hanning, and Hanning says, I'll take another swing at it, and puts the final point of the set into the front or the back left corner for Maple River. So Hanning ends on a bit of a hot streak there, getting 3 kills in the last handful of points as the first set goes to Maple River. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back here with set 2 in just a moment.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Now available, the 2024 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide. The digital version of the R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is available at rjbroadcasting.com. This year, featuring schedules for the fall sports teams in the region, along with photos, coaches' bios, and highlights from the 2023 season and the fall broadcast schedule for R&J Sports and YourLiveEvent.com. The digital version of the 2024 R&J Sports Guide is available now at rjbroadcasting.com.
Fans, welcome back here to the Raider Activity Center, where set 1 goes way of Maple River, winning that first set 25-14. As we look across the region here for scores, just kind of jogging through, we see Sargent County takes the first set in Kindred, and that one went 25-20. So Sargent County's up 1-0 there in that Region 1 matchup. That's the only one I'm seeing right now for Region 1. A lot of games out west being played currently, but Region 1, that's the only one I'm currently seeing here is Sargent County up 1-0 on the Vikings of Kindred. In terms of this game here, we saw a lot of service errors by Enderlin. They're definitely going to want to try to tighten that up here in set 2, as they had 5 service errors by my count. A handful of kills going around there as Furno And Maggio and Chamberlain each got one as Enderlin sets this serve up. And the Raiders quickly get on the board first with Stella Satram getting her first kill of the set, second of the night. And speaking of kills, Addison Hanning, the senior from Maple River, led the Raiders in that first set with 4 kills. Oh, excuse me, the point did go to Enderlin there. As I was writing down the kill, I didn't see what the call was. But now this point will go back to Maple River here, 1-1, early in the second set. Senior Brielle Kaloran gets that running jump here. Puts it to the back row where Furno was. Wall will take it as a set to the outside, outside there. And Maple River gets Stella Satram, excuse me, that point that I gave her earlier, that kill I should say, her first of the set, second of the evening, 2-1 Maple River. And when you get a good set to Stella Satram like that, there's not going to be a lot of people that can really get in the way of that. You're going to have a nice clean block there. As Wadeson gets this to her center wall, they go to the middle there where Maggio puts it over. They got Britton Richards now for the Raiders to the outside. She'll get her second kill of the evening, first of the set. And Maple River jumps out to an early 3-run lead here, scoring the last 3 points of this set. As the Enderlin jumped out first with some type of error that occurred around the net. Did not see exactly what it was. Kaloran sends this one deep and a little too deep for her first service error of the evening. That's now 4 for the Raiders. That's 4 for the Raiders. So far 5 for Enderlin. As Wadeson sends this one deep, and tough call there for Richmond, so she says, I'll just take it. Satram puts this one over, gets her second kill of the set, third of the evening, and a quick side out for Maple River, which puts the ball in the hands now of the 8th grader and Stella Satram's sister, Sophia Satram. Okay, sometimes you're expecting the hard hit from Stella, but that time she just kind of pushed it over to the sideline there and got the kill anyway. And Maggio trying to make something out of that one there, but pushes that one into the referee, the up ref. Point goes to Maple River. As Satram gets that running jump serve as well. Going to the outside there is Furno with a nice swing for Enderlin. Back row, kind of a back row. Yeah, it was a back row swing there by Kaloran, and Enderlin's going to try to answer here with Maggio going with a swing from that middle hit position. She gets a kill, and that is her first of the night, if I did my math right here, 5-3, as Enderlin gets the side out. Yes, that is her first kill of the set, first kill of the match, as Fredericks, the libero, puts up the serve here. Hannig's pass to Kaloran's going to get over. Wadeson digs it out nicely, as Wall's then going to set it over to Furno. Good swing to the back row, but the Raiders dig it out. Push over there by Brielle Kaloran. They're going to go right side hit here. Is a little tip over there by Enderlin. Kaloran says, I got it. Pushes it to the back row. A free ball as Fredericks to Wall. Goes to the middle here. A little push again, this time by Bartholomew. And Richards just has to get it over, and that one's going to go wide. Point to Enderlin. One of our longer points right there so far in the first 2 sets was just seen to get the point to Enderlin. As Fredericks sends that one a little short. Service error, first service error of the set for Enderlin, her second of the evening. As Savannah Warren comes in, Stella Satram and Lila Richmond will take a quick breather as they bring in the back row specialist here, Savannah Warren. She gets the serve over as the pass goes to the right side here for Enderlin. That was Eve Chamberlain trying to get it over. And a quick side out there for the Eagles. Update my scoreboard here. It should be 6-5. And the aforementioned Eve Chamberlain serving here. Hanning's going to take a swing. That one goes a little bit long. No one there to tip it at the net, so that point goes to Enderlin. Back-to-back points here for the Eagles. And we're all knotted up here early in set 2, 6-6. Eve Chamberlain puts it back row. Satram, the 8th grader, takes care of it. And a little tight from Hannig to Hannig, as Addison Hannig, the older sister, couldn't do anything with it. And Enderlin going on one of their biggest runs here of the night, early in the evening, but 3 points in a row set up here by Chamberlain. And the first ace of the evening, second ace of the evening for the Eagles, And Eve Chamberlain says, I'll take credit for both of them. And now a 4-point run here for the Eagles. And then after the ace comes a service error for the Eagles, which gets the side out to Maple River. Coach Poole and his Raiders hoping to do maybe something similar there, going a 3-4-point run as Hallie Bisset, one of the more reliable servers for the Raiders. Swing there by Enderlin, goes to the back row. They're going to set up the middle hitter here. Aaliyah Hannig getting her first kill of the night. And that ties everything up here on the scoreboard from the Raider Activity Center. Hallie Bisset's going to put up another serve. Dug out of the back row. Wall's going to try to set up her right side hitter there. That was Furno. Nice dig, nice swing, but nice dig by Bisset. Hannig trying to go back-to-back kills. Sends it to the back row, but eaten up there by the Eagles. Kaloran with just a little tip, and some miscommunication by Enderlin will get the point to Maple River. Wall kind of did a double take in the air, almost like she froze in time, kind of pulled back and then tried to last second get her hand on it. And Hallie Bisset sends that over to Waits and can't handle it. First ace of the night for Hallie Bisset there. And the Raiders, exactly, kind of as I mentioned, are going on a little bit of a run of their own here as the Eagles just try to do a little dump there. Raiders sniffed it out. Hannig takes another swing at it. That one goes into the Enderlin bench. As Hannig kind of didn't really have the great shoulder angle to get that one down. So that one goes wide for Maple River. As Furno puts this one up into the air, and we'll call that an ace for Furno as there was some communication issues there on the Maple River side. And just like that, we're tied up here again, 10-10 on your City of Hope scoreboard. Sophia Satcham digs that one out for the Raiders. They're going to set up Brielle Kaloran, and dug out nicely in the back row by Eve Chamberlain. They push it over as Richmond takes care of it. Another push, and that one, if there was contact, would go to the Raiders, but they're going to say no tip. Oh, line judge is now saying there was a tip. And they're going to give the point now to Maple River. First things first, the line judge just kind of had to get out of the way as that ball was coming right at her. And then she gave the capital T sign with the flag saying, nope, that ball was tipped by one of the Enderlin players. As Hannig puts that serve over, and there's a swing, but a block there by the sophomore and the 8th grader, Aaliyah Hannig and Sophia Satcham. Give credit to both there on that block. Nice piece of defense for Maple River as the senior now puts up the serve. Goes to the middle of the back row. Wall has to go find that one. And the libero is just going to free ball it over for Enderlin. Hallie Bisset's going to try to set up Kaloran. Has to do a lot with nothing, and I think the foot landed on the line as Kaloran didn't really have much to do with that, or couldn't really do much with it anyway. So it was probably either going to go into the net or, as the call was there, her foot landed on the half-court line. Bartholomew's serve comes over here, good for the Eagles, as good swing by Sophia Satcham, dug out by the Eagles. Wadeson puts a swing to the back row where Hannig is waiting. They're going back to Sophia Satcham. That one does go wide. They're going to say no tip on that one, as Satcham's swing goes a little bit deep. And it's now tied up again, 12-12 here in Tower City. Bisset goes to the right side where Kaloran is. Kind of the old change up there by Brielle Kaloran. She gets her first kill of the night in the scorebook and gets the side out for the Raiders. As a setter, you don't get as many kills as you probably would like to. You don't get to swing as much, but you're one of the unsung heroes that all coaches will brag about in terms of making sure that offense stays kind of on task. As the Raiders get another point here, going on a short little streak of their own, 14-12, midway through the second set here from the Raider Activity Center. The libero junior, Lila Richmond, puts it to the back row. Chamberlain digs it out nicely, and they're going to get the swing there too. Caitlin Maggio, she goes cross court there. Stella Satcham from the middle sends it to the back row where Fredericks can't handle it. Kill for Satcham, her third of the set, fourth of the evening. And as Lila Richmond grabs the ball here, she's now got 3 unanswered points for the Raiders. Fredericks, nice piece of defense there. They're going to set it up to Waitson in the middle. Dug out by the back row for the aforementioned Richmond, getting that going again. The Eagles are going to have to free ball this one over and see what Maple River can do with this offense here. Bisset's going to go to the middle. There's Satcham, tipped at the net by the Eagles. And speaking of tips, Sophia Satcham there to get the block for Maple River. Coach Bartholomew of the Eagles wants to take a quick timeout, and so will we hear from Maple River.
Hometown Community Bank serves both the Hope Page and Maple Valley School Districts in Page and Fingal, North Dakota. If you're interested in an egg loan, real estate, consumer, commercial, or HELOC, give Dwight a call at either branch location. Reach out to Janine about investing in a certificate of deposit or save by opening a money market account. Proudly supporting the Maple River Raiders and wishing the athletes and coaches a successful year. Hometown Community Bank is an equal housing lender and member of the FDIC.
As we come out of the timeout here from the Raider Activity Center here in Tower City, North Dakota, the Enderlin Eagles just called their first timeout of the set to see if they can get junior Lila Richmond of the Raiders kind of off her 4-point streak here of serves. Obviously, working as a team here, we've seen a couple kills from Maple River at the net, a couple big swings. Enderlin just trying to get the side out here with that first timeout of set number 2. As we come out of timeout here, our City of Hope scoreboard reads Maple River 16, Enderlin 12. Richmond serve goes to the back row, waits and pushes it over for the Eagles. Now B set, the setter is going to go to the other setter, which was Kaloran. How about that, setter to setter? And now a free ball from Enderlin as Maja just gets it over. Brielle's going to take another swing at it. Back row there was Chamberlain as Fredericks has to do a little running to go get that one. B set's going to set up Satram now. She goes to the back row. And dug out nicely by Fredericks. Now Sophia Satram takes her shot at it as the Eagles now will take a front row swing there. That was Wadeson. Brielle Kaloran does the old change up again. This time the Eagles sniffed it out. They go to the middle now here. And this time Majo's almost completely blocked there by Satram. And speaking of Satram, there's another swing. This time it falls for her 5th kill of the evening, 4th of the set. And if you're Coach Bartholomew, you do not want Stella Satram getting set up 2 or 3 times in a single rally like that. She's going to eventually make it land. Richmond, tight served on the net there. Couple tips, and that's going to work for Enderlin. They'll take it. Any way to get a side out there. Doesn't have to be an aggressive swing. Sometimes that middle spot is open. Enderlin will take it. The lefty here, Wall, gets it over for the Eagles, and they're going to set up Stella Satram there again. Dug out very nicely by Ava Fernald, the sophomore, as Waitson sends this to cross court. Richmond there for it. They're going to set up the younger Satram this time. Sophia takes a swing out of that outside position. They go to the right side here now for Enderlin. Push to the back corner, and Eve Chamberlain will get the kill. Been quiet in this set for her, but that's her first kill of the set, second of the evening. And if she gets going from that right side, that lead can quickly diminish here for Maple River. Kayla Wall takes the second serve in a row, sends it to kind of back row there where Hannig was, as we'll give Brielle Kaloran the kill on that one. Her second of the evening, second of the set, I should say, as Britton Richards checks in for Maple River. As you've noticed with Enderlin, kind of sticking to their main 7 here tonight with a smaller bench compared to what the Raiders bring over there. And they're going to give the point to Enderlin here. There was no contact, or even if there was contact at the net, it went out of bounds. And now it's 18-15 as Carson Waitson, the senior for Bartholomew and the Eagles, takes his serve, goes back row to Hannig. Kaloran, the setter's there. She's going to set up Satram. And there's a kill for Satram. Give her 5 in this set, 6 for the evening. And if you can take that first set with Stella Satram only having 1 kill, Coach Poole will take that. Speaking of Satram, Sophia Satram, her sister, the 8th grader, will get her first ace of the evening. Scratch that, her second. No, it is her first ace of the evening. And the 8th grader, Coach Poole, has had a lot of great things to say about her as she takes the serve here, gets that running jump. Serve in there. Fredericks digs it out of the back row. Wall's going to set up her right side hitter here, which would be Maggio. And that one's going to go errant out of bounds. And the point goes to Enderlin. Satram couldn't do much with that one. That one's just put in a good spot there by Enderlin. And we'll give the kill there to Maggio. Her first of the set, second of the evening. Fredericks puts his serve over. Hanning says, I got it. Kaloran's got to go up and try to get that set in. And Satram tries the old change up there. Fredericks with the back row swing from the libero position. Richmond's going to have to set up now. Speaking of back row, there's Kaloran. Got a little too much wrist on that one. And that one rolls over into the net. And now it's 20-17. Maple River with that slight lead and a service error there by Fredericks. Her second of the set, third of the evening. And we got a football score now, 21-17. Maple River with 4-point lead here late in set number 2 as the senior Savannah Warren, back row specialist, comes in, put this serve up and over. Puts it in a good spot, but dug out nicely there by Enderlin. As now the Raiders will try to set up their offense here. They're going to go back row. Sophia Satcham just kind of steamrolls everybody over and says, I got it. Good swing there by Ava Furno, but that one goes long. No tip of the net, gives the point to the Raiders. 22-17 here late in set 2. See what Savannah Warren can do with this, her third serve in a row. Goes to the back row there where Furno gets her past a wall. That push goes deep by Chamberlain. Raiders going to try to set up Hanig here, who's been quiet in set 2. As Satcham's kind of stolen more of the show there. We got a block at the net there by Aaliyah Hanig. She just tries to push it over. Point goes to Aaliyah Hanig. Her second kill of the evening. And second kill of the set, I should say. The net was moving, so even if they don't call that a kill, there might have been an eagle in the net, but they give Aaliyah Hanig the kill regardless. As Warren's serve goes to the back row. Nice swing there by Chamberlain. She gets her kill. Give her second of the set, third of the evening. And some substitutions coming in here as Stella Satcham comes in for Savannah Warren and then quickly goes back out as the libero has to come back in, Lila Richmond. And now Chamberlain puts up this serve, and speaking of the libero, there she is, Lila Richmond. One of the focuses of our pregame discussion with Coach Poole was his junior libero. Satcham takes that one in from the back row. Raiders were saying that was out anyway, but she says, let's play on. There's that ceiling that I mentioned coming into play a little bit, but the Eagles handle it nicely as Maple River's going to try to set up Addison Hanig. Tipped at the net to the back row. It went, and we got people in the net. They're going to give that point to the Raiders. As set point now is sitting here for Maple River, and Hallie Bisset will be the one to try to get that 25th point of this set. The junior puts up the right-handed serve, goes to the middle. Fredericks is there, tight to the net, see if Wall can do anything with it. They're going to give the point to Enderlin as Maple River goes over the net before they had a chance to set it. Kind of one of those frustrating rules if you're a front row defender. You just want to get the point. And serve comes over here by Enderlin. They're going to set up Kaloran from the outside position. She puts it to the middle. Wall's going to try to set up now the right side hitter there of Caitlin Bartholome. B-set's looking for Addison Hanig now. Gets a little bit of the net, but that's going to work as an assist, I guess. The net assists Addison Hanig on her kill there. Her first of the set, fifth of the evening, and that's how set 2 will end. So your City of Hope scoreboard reads after set 2, 25-19 in favor of Maple River. They take an early 2-0 lead here from Tower City.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Fans, welcome back here to Tower City from the Raider Activity Center, the RAC as they're calling it here. Looking around the scoreboard. Well, speaking of scoreboards, let's look at ours here quick. Raiders have jumped out to an early 2-0 lead here over the Eagles of Enderlin. As we look around the Region 1 area here, Richland right now has a 1-0 lead over Lisbon. The second set is almost wrapped up in Kindred, where Kindred right now has a 24-20 lead in that set 2. We jump over to Region 2 here quick as I'm looking. Mayport jumped out to an early 1-0 lead over Hatton Northwood. A fun one going on in Oak Grove and Fargo. Wyndmere Lidgerwood takes the first set there, 25-22. A lot of people going to be watching that one, as that could have kind of top 4 repercussions early in this Region 1 play of Region 1 volleyball here, kind of in the southeast part of the state of North Dakota. Coach Poole trying to get his girls amped up here to try to maybe even get a 3-set sweep, and Enderlin says, I got other ideas about that. We'll see what we can do. Fun vibe here tonight from the Raider Activity Center as it is homecoming week for Maple River. As the Raiders get the first serve here in set 3, Lila Richmond puts that over, and they're going to set up now the outside hitter, Caitlin Maggio, dug out by Richmond in the back row. Sella Satcham just has to free ball it over. Michaela Wall going to set up her middle hitter now, which was Maggio. Blocked nicely by the Raiders at the net. Maggio puts that one into the net. First point goes to Maple River. Richmond's going to put up her second serve here. Fredericks takes it from the back row. Wall's going to set up now Carson Waitson from the middle. And that one was tipped by Hallie Bisset, and a kill for the Eagles, specifically Carson Waitson. Her first kill of the evening, unless I've missed one. As now Wall puts up the serve, and the Raiders just going to have to try to get it over here as she put up a good serve there. They go now to Chamberlain from the right side. Kaloran sets it to her setter, and they're going to go over to Sophia Satcham. Didn't get all of it, but it might be enough as that point falls. Sophia Satcham, first kill of this set, third of the evening. Her first of the evening. Raiders have a 2-1 lead here early in set 3. As Brielle Kaloran's going to get an ace there. Splits the seam in the back row, as giving that her first ace of the evening. Only the second ace of the evening for Maple River. Enderlin's had 3 so far, so they're winning in that category. Brielle Kaloran's going to send another one back. That one was a little deep, and Fredericks takes it. Go to the middle here where Maggio swings. Dug out by Hannig in the back row. Kaloran's going to set up Stella Satcham. She'll get a kill. Her first of set 3. She's up to 7 here on the evening. Mentioned homecoming week for Maple River here as they take on the Mayport CG Patriots Friday night, the football team up in Hope. Back row takes care of this and pushed it over by Maggio in the front row. Kaloran's going to send it over to Satcham. That one goes a little bit long. No tip. Point goes to the Eagles. As the Eagles send this one over, specifically Wadeson. Dug out by Satcham. They go Satcham, Kaloran, Satcham. And, we abandoned our post, is what Coach Poole would say right there. As that ball just kind of hung up in that far side there for a little bit. Raiders couldn't do anything with it. And it's 4-3, Maple River with that 1-point advantage. Wadeson puts this one up to the back row. Lila Richmond takes it. They're going to go to the outside hit where Britton Richards is. That one's going to go a little bit long. And just like that, the Eagles have tied it up here early in set number 3. As you see the Enderlin student section getting into it now in that back corner. Tight serve. And gets it over with kind of a free ball, but just kind of a let's get it over there by Maple River as Kaloran tries the old dunkaroo, and she'll get the kill for that one. Her third kill of the night. Gets the side out for Maple River. Nice poker face there by Brielle Kaloran. Looked like she's going to set it and then just kind of dumps it over. And Enderlin could not react in time as Fredericks takes this serve from Maple River. They're going to the right side here. There's Maggio, met by a couple blockers. Hanning and Satcham there for that one. As Enderlin's trying to set up their offense now. They go back to Maggio. Got through the block that time, and she'll get the kill. Her third of the evening. Scratch that second of the evening. As Fredericks now is going to put the serve over, but a little bit too short. Service error coming for Enderlin getting the point back to Maple River. So far, that's been a big issue here for Enderlin is they got 9 service errors. So a lot of points left on the board here by the Eagles as Savannah Warren for the Raiders puts this one over. Getting it to the right side there is Chamberlain taking a swing. Satcham in the back row takes care of it. And a little tip over there by Aaliyah Hannig, the sophomore for Maple River, as now Waitson will take the swing, puts it along the line, but the Raiders take care of it. Richards trying to just get it over, and a little back and forth here by Enderlin and Maple River right at the net. Free ball there by Waitson, goes to the back row. Sophia Satcham's going to give it to her setter. Kaloran to Richards. Richards goes back row. Fredericks pushes it up into the air. Michaela Wall getting the set, but a free ball, a push there by Waitson. Kaloran's going to do a jump set. Hannig, nice swing, but a little too far. That goes out of bounds. Point to Enderlin as substitutions come in here for Maple River. A lot of things happening on that last point. That was a hard-earned point by the Eagles as Chamberlain puts his serve up. That one comes in short. Service error goes to Enderlin. That makes 10 now for the evening. Point to Maple River. As the junior now B set for the Raiders puts up the knuckleball serve. It goes to the right side here now, and that's Furno taking a swing. And the point goes to Enderlin there. Give Furno a kill. Second of the evening. Getting a score all even up here, 7-7 early on in set 3. As Furno sends that one over, Allie Bisset's going to try to get the set to the sophomore Leah Hannig, and that one goes off the chin of the libero there, Ellie Frederick. She seems to be okay, giving us smiles there on that one. Who said volleyball's not a contact sport? As Addison Hannig, the senior, puts this one up. Kayla Wall's going to put up the set, goes over to Wadeson. She takes a good swing from that outside position. Leah Hannig takes it from the middle there. Kind of a bailout there by Caitlin Bartholomew. And Brielle Kaloran sends this one wide, or sorry, deep, I should say. Point and side out to Enderlin. And kind of the old no look, just get it over. Free ball by Enderlin did eventually get the point to them as the serve comes over. And we had a whistle there out of rotation was Maple River. Didn't really hear the whistle right away, but I saw the official making the gesture that the team was out of rotation. They asked for a quick check here to make sure everybody's in the right spot as Brielle Kaloran's kind of getting her troops in line here. And Leah Hennig gives her the nod as Caitlin Bartholomew waits to send this over. Wearing number 1 for Enderlin, the sophomore. The middle hitter back there. But right now she's the server. She puts it up. Aaliyah Hanning will take the pass to Hallie Bisset now. They're going to go to Brielle Kaloran. A little dump there. Dug out by Michaela Wall, the setter. So the setter was out of rotation for that one for a little bit. Hey, Carson Wadeson says, you know what? We'll take the point anyway. Wadeson gets her second point of the evening. And the Eagles have jumped out to a 2-point lead here in set 3. Takes a little bit off that one there was Bartholomew on the serve as Sophia Satcham goes cross court. Eagles can't handle it. Kill to Sophia Satcham, point to the Raiders. For Sophia, that's her second kill of the evening. As the libero now, Lila Richmond, puts the ball into the air, goes to the back row where Chamberlain puts it up. Michaela Wall, the setter, finds it, gets it to Maggio. She goes cross court, and Richmond gets a hand on it. Satcham just has to push it over, see what Enderlin can do with offense here. They go back to Wadeson, and a tip at the line. Satcham just pushes it over again, and she gets the point. And all knotted up here now for set number 3. Second kill of the set for the senior Stella Satcham. She's up to 8 now on the evening. As Richmond puts this one into the air, goes the middle back row. That one's going to be tight to the net. Raiders were all over it. They'll take the point there. That one might have been killed by Sophia Satcham. I believe that's who I saw take the swing there. We'll give her credit. As I fix my scoreboard here, gave the point to the Eagles. It's actually 11-10. Raiders with the 1-point lead here. Goes to the back row as Michaela Wall sets it now to Wadeson in the middle. She'll get her kill. She's starting to feel it here in set number 3. Her third kill of the set, tying things back up here on our City of Hope scoreboard. 11 apiece. They go to the back row. Richmond to Kaloran. to Stella Satcham. She goes to the middle where Waitson puts it up in the air, finds her setter of Wall, and they're going to push it now with Chamberlain across. Kaloran to B-Set. B-Set's going to go to Satcham. She pushes it across, goes to the back row. Wall gets it up for Fredericks. Fredericks to Waitson. She goes with somewhat of a hybrid free ball there. B-Set's going to try to get it up to find one of her killers, and Kaloran just pushes it over. Enderlin just going to have to get it over, just barely over the net, but they do get that free ball over. Sophia Satcham takes a swing as Fredericks is in the back row. Wall looking for Wadeson. She takes a swing from the outside position. Hanning there, going to the outside position on their own. Sophia Satcham dug out nicely in the back row again by Enderlin. Pushing to the back corner. Hanning couldn't quite get there. Point for Enderlin. And Enderlin earned every piece of that point on that particular back and forth. As everyone just takes a deep breath there, Michaela Wall puts the left-handed serve over. Richmond's there, set to be set. She goes to Satcham, and Satcham gets another kill, her third of the set. She's up to 9, trying to get to that double-digit set or kill number here. As the senior now, Brielle Kaloran goes in to serve. Britton Richards checks in for Hallie B-Set for the Raiders. Kaloran goes to Waitson across court there. Nice set by Michaela Wall, making something out of nothing, and they're going to go to Satcham. Kind of had to hesitate on that swing, so didn't get all of it. Chambers pushes it over where Kaloran's waiting. Richmond's going to become a setter all of a sudden. She goes to Richards in the back row. Fredericks takes care of it. She goes to the middle there for Maggio. Richmond bails them out of the back row there again as free ball there by Maple River. Fredericks to Wall. Wall goes to the center again. It's a little tight, and Kaloran comes flying in from the back as Richmond puts it over as a free ball. Michaela Wall looking for Carson Wadeson. Had to adjust midair, and she does a good job of it as the Raiders are just going to push it to the back corner. Nice pass there by Ava Furnoff. Another free ball. Hannig has to go back to that spot. She's not liking that area right now. She's not that it's anything she can do. She's just 2 times now has had to go a long ways to try to get that ball and has not been able to. Kind of same area there right in front of Coach Poole and the Raider bench. Michaela Wall here, the senior, going on a little bit of a run here, the lefty. She hesitates and now puts it up. Oh, and then we have another whistle. And they're going to say that she was out of rotation, and that was on the serve, so the point then goes to Maple River here. And Coach Bartholomew looking at the scores table, making sure everything is squared away. As the 8th grader, Sophia Satcham, puts it up in the air for the serve. Waits into Wall. Wall puts it up there for Maggio. Met at the net by Addison Hannig for a block and a kill, or a block and a point. Raiders lead 14-13 here. As Sophia Satcham gets that running serve, jump up again, goes to the back row where Furno was. Chamberlain's going to push it over, and that's going to be a kill for Chamberlain on the push kill. Her first of this set, and if she can get things going here for Enderlin, anything's possible here in set 3. Now Ellie Fredericks, the senior, and libero for Enderlin will take the ball, puts the serve up, goes to the back row. Nice serve, but the Raiders were there. Hannig takes a big swing. Took a little aggression out there, I would say, but the Eagles handle it nicely. Kaloran goes up for it, and a couple tips around. Eagles couldn't quite handle that one. Point to the Raiders. And a quick side out there again as Savannah Warren checks in for Maple River to do what Savannah Warren does right now, and that's serve for Coach Poole and the Raiders. Right-handed serve comes up. She goes short with it as Wadeson digs that one out. They're going to go to the right side there. Chamberlain with the swing. Kaloran on the back row takes it. Warren becomes a setter all of a sudden. She went to Richards. Richards puts it into the net, though. Point, Enderlin. So neither team can really separate here in set 3, which means we could have a fun one here in the later stretch of this set. As the serve comes up there by Chamberlain, she puts it far back corner. And Aaliyah Hannig on the swing will get the kill. Her first of the set, third of the evening. And another quick side out here by Maple River. As B-Set checks back in, Richards checks out for Maple River. B-Set goes towards the right. There's Wadeson. finds her setter of Wall. They go to the center there. Where's Bartholomew? Good swing. But Sophia Satcham there to dig it out. Hanning takes a swing, and she splits the defense in the back row. Addison Hanning with her first kill of this set. She's got 6 on the evening tonight. As I mentioned, I think she took some frustration out of those couple errant hits there earlier I should say, in the set on that hit. This serve goes wide for Maple River, and a rare service error for the Raiders. Gives the ball back to Enderlin. Raiders try to set it up. Hanning just tries to dimp one over there. Back row. Free ball coming now for Maple River. And the setter, B-set, has to try to get there in time, but the offense was kind of just all over the place there for Maple River. Point goes to Enderlin. And we're all tied up here, 17 each. There's serve there by Furno, goes to the back row as Brielle Kaloran's going to try pushing with the left hand. She's all up in the net on that one, though. Yeah, no hiding that one. And another point here for Enderlin. As late in this third set, they take an 18-17 lead. Furno puts up the serve. This one goes deep, too deep. And the service error for the Eagles. It's been a while. They haven't had a service error for a little while, but that's kind of been the Achilles heel here in the first, 2 3/4 sets for the Enderlin Eagles as Hanning puts his serve over. A little push there by Bartholomew. B-set has to go find the set. She does as Sophia pushes it over. They go back corner there. This time Hanning does make it in time. Sophia Satcham takes a swing. Wall will set it up here to Wadeson. We've said Wall to Wadeson a lot tonight. B-set to Satcham. The 8th grader takes the swing, and Wadeson just, and it's self-defense, puts it up into the air, but this one goes into the net. Point goes to the Raiders, and a timeout here by Allison Bartholomew and the Eagles of Enderlin. We'll step away for a quick timeout as well from the Raiders Activity Center.
Hope Page Public Schools are committed to the development of all students by providing a high-quality education that is reflective of the strong values in our communities. The staff at Hope Page Public Schools work each day to enable and inspire students to achieve academic excellence and make positive contributions to our world. Learn more about Hope Page Public Schools by visiting hopepage.k12.nd.us. We are Hope Page, and we will change the world.
As we welcome you back here to Tower City, where we have a tight one on the City of Hope scoreboard here in set 3. The Raiders are holding on to a 1-point lead coming out of that timeout. So our City of Hope scoreboard reads after 2 sets, 19-18, advantage Maple River. City of Hope, work and play in Hope, North Dakota. From job listings and housing options, search HopeND.com. That's HopeND.com. Maple River coming out of the timeout here. Addison Hanning puts the serve up. Back row dig by the Eagles, and they're going to just push it over. Richmond goes down to get it. Kaloran tries to catch them sleeping, but the Eagles sniff it out. Wadeson's going to give it a swing, partially tipped at the net there by Brielle Kaloran, as now the Raiders will just push it over. They go to the back row now. Fredericks trying to set up Wadeson. She has to use the right hand. Tough angle for Wadeson, the senior. Point goes to Maple River. The shoulders will always tell a story there, and that was going to be a really tough hit for Wadeson no matter what. As Hanning puts this one over, back row dig there by Furno, and this one goes out of bounds. Ace for Addison Hanning, her first ace of the evening. Only a third for Maple River here tonight, but more importantly for the Raiders, they extend that lead to 3 here late in set 3. As they go down and get it, Furno had to go down way low to get that one. Wadeson takes a swing. B-set with the dig. They're going to try to set up Brielle Kaloran from that right side position. She goes across court. That one goes a little bit long. And side out and a point for Enderlin. If you're Coach Bartholomew and the Eagles right now, you got to think at least probably 3 points to try to go on a little run here to try to get things a little tighter for the Eagles. As Hanning takes a swing, partially blocked at the net, and they're just going to have to try to get something going here. Was Maple River. They do as Satcham goes to the back row, dug out by the Eagles, Wall to Wadeson, and that one is going to go long. Was there any tip? No one's saying there was. In terms of white shirts here, point to the Raiders. Enderlin was asking for a tip there. From my vantage point, I did not see one. As the libero here, Lila Richmond, could read her lips on that one. She just kind of said, oops, with that serve. Her second service error of the evening. Raiders have a total of 7 right now. Wall puts up the serve for Enderlin. They're going to set up Stella Satcham here. Tipped at the net. Point goes to Maple River. Satcham gets her 4th kill, and now she's in double digits for kills for the night. And that was 4th of the set, 10th overall. Britton Richards checks in for Coach Poole and Maple River. As the Raiders hold on to a 3-point lead right now. Back road pass by Fredericks. They're going to have to free ball it over there, and that's what Majo does. Richmond now going to go to Kaloran. Kaloran to Richards. Richards goes to the middle where Fredericks was waiting. Wall has to go find that one. They go to Waits it on the outside. She goes a little bit long. And now set point here for Maple River. Senior Brielle Kaloran takes the ball here, trying to end it with a 3-0 sweep. See what she can do on this serve. This one's going to come up short, tips the net, and she's going to end the evening with an ace. And that one, you couldn't have put it in a better spot in terms if you want to use the net to get that ace. So the 3rd set goes to Maple River. They take all 3 sets here from the Raider Activity Center here tonight against Enderlin. We'll step away for a little bit. We will come back. We'll have post-game interviews here. So be sure to check out our post-game interviews sponsored by Dakota Heritage Bank. We'll be sure to talk to the coach. We'll be sure to talk to a player of the game. And we'll be sure to wrap things up here from Tower City.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Maple Valley Parents is a nonprofit organization whose main purpose is to promote, encourage, and support the Maple Valley students, teachers, and staff. MVP strives to strengthen and enhance the educational and social environment of the Maple Valley School District by providing opportunities for students, teachers, and parents to learn, socialize, communicate, and grow together. MVP Group welcomes anyone to join them in their mission. If you'd like to get involved or see upcoming events, check out the Maple Valley Parents Facebook page.
Maple Valley Public School will begin the year with the completion of the building project, which added 14,500 square feet, housing a community fitness center, gymnasium, locker rooms, and a pre-K room. This addition will significantly enhance community opportunities by providing updated equipment and facilities. Maple Valley will also launch the Best in Class for our 4-year-old program this year. The Best in Class program includes curriculum, professional development, and resources to create learning environments for pre-kindergarten students.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we remain true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
North Star Ag is your premier full-service short-line machinery dealer. Whether it's equipment sales, parts, or service, North Star Ag carries a full range of equipment from leading brands such as Meridian, Brandt, and Salford Valmar. The North Star team is here to help you year-round. Learn more at northstar-ag.com. That's northstar-ag.com. Or visit them at their Tower City facility. North Star Ag, committed to quality, committed to you.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Fans, we are back here from the Raider Activity Center where we just witnessed a Maple River 3-0 sweep of the Enderlin Eagles. So another Region 1 win for Coach Poole and the Raiders. And I'm joined now here by the junior for Maple River, Hallie Bisset. Hallie, First of all, let's talk about the senior leadership of this team, right? You got a lot of seniors on this team. How do they contribute to your team's overall success?
Yeah, we have really good seniors on our team. They really show up to our games, and they always know where to place the ball, and they're always very supportive of us.
Very good. So they've been playing together for a long time. You're starting to, last year we're starting to see a little bit of varsity time, and now you've earned that varsity role in this position. So just kind of walk us through, for people that aren't really familiar with what a setter does. You probably are the ones that sweat the most out there. You're running all over the place. So, what are you looking for as a setter when you're out there?
Yeah, the setter always has to get the second ball. So we really like when we have on passes and good passes and stuff. So
unfortunately, you don't get a lot of the credit, right? A good set usually leads to a good kill. Everyone looks for kills after the games, but we don't look for the assists as much, right?
Right.
Kills like the touchdown call, but someone had to get the ball to the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
So looking forward, you guys are now 3-1 in Region 1. You get a little bit of a break. So what do you think your team needs to do moving forward to try to earn, one of those top seeds for Region 1 this year?
We definitely need to work on our coverage and bringing the energy right away and keeping our energy up throughout the entire game.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll put some of the pressure on you to do that for the rest of the year, right? So our player of the game, our Enbridge player of the game tonight, Hallie Bisset for the victorious Maple River Raiders. We'll come back and talk to Coach Poole about his squad here tonight and probably moving forward into the rest of this season.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a 4-year school, and I'm going to be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Every time I go to a meeting, everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
As we welcome you back to the Raider Activity Center here for our Dakota Heritage Bank's post-game show. Coach Poole, you won in 3 sets tonight, but as we were just kind of mentioning off air, you were pretty nervous coming into this game of what Enderlin could do with their defensive skills. So what did you see out there tonight?
Prime example is, I think, for 1 point, we had to have 7 good attacks before we were able to get it in. And I don't think we got it with a hard kill. I think we ended up finally just dinking it and putting it in the right spot. That just tells you something about those kids over there. I mean, they picked up so many balls, and they just keep getting it back up and throwing stuff back at you. And eventually, we get a little slightly out of system. We're trying to do something with an off ball, and then we're hitting it out of bounds. So we had a lot of hitting errors today, but it was because of what they did.
Yeah, and what we saw with that team, too, is, really just stuck to the rotation of 7. So they're going to bring back a lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors next year. So definitely a team that's going to be in the mix here, not just this year, but in years to come. Speaking of in the mix, this is a big win for you guys tonight. I know it's too early to be scoreboard watching, but, moving forward, this puts you in a pretty good spot in terms of region play. Are you looking for a good winning streak here, or are you looking to hopefully take a number 1 seed? What are your expectations here moving forward kind of early in this Region 1 play?
Well, the thing is, I think we regressed a little bit tonight, but that was just because of the way that they played and everything. But, we just got to keep getting better. Every time we get better, we have a chance to really be playing with the real competitive teams. There's a lot of competitive teams. You can catch them on an off night, and you're on a good night. You can have your way with them. Oak Grove is amazing. Northern Cass, of course, is always solid. Central Cass, we got them at the right time. You're looking at Wyndmere is always going to be solid and scrappy. It could be anybody. Richland has been playing well and competitive, and Kindred, you can never count them out. I mean, you just go all the way down the list. But this year, there's just not somebody that's like head and shoulders above everybody else.
We're going to definitely see some parity in Region 1. In fact, scoreboard checking, I saw Wyndmere Lidgerwood was up on Oak Grove in Fargo, 1-0. So definitely want to keep an eye on that one, as that's going to kind of have some big effects on the top of that list there.
Oh yeah.
So
we played Wyndmere already twice in tournaments. We ended up beating them one time, and then the next time they got us in the third set. But it was just kind of, it could have went either way. We're right in there with them.
That's why you play the game, right?
Yep.
So, one thing you do have coming up on your calendar as well is you do have that Lisbon tournament coming up. What does a coach look for in that tournament where, nothing counts towards your region wins or anything, but, as a head coach, what are you looking for maybe out of some of your younger girls in that?
We're hoping to be able to get some more of them in and give them opportunities, because we've got Claire Irie does a great job on the outside. Carly does a good, really fantastic job defensively. We've got Kayla Schotfeld. She can come in, and she's got a great serve. We haven't been using it as much as we'd like to. And who else am I missing? I'm probably missing somebody. But, there's opportunities for them. We want to make sure that they can get in, get some game time, get some experience, and then be ready to go. We've got – I looked at the way the tournament's set up. It looks like the majority of the really superior teams are going to be on our side, down in Enderlin. So it'll give us a chance to play some really good competition.
And that's what you're looking for. Coach, congratulations on the 3-0 win here tonight from Enderlin. That's a Region 1 counter. That moves you guys up to 3-1 and really right in the top 3, top 4 mix of Region 1. Yep. When we come back here tonight, we're going to wrap things up ourselves from the Raider Activity Center here in Tower City.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
There was an idea
to bring together a group of remarkable people.
So when they needed us, the call is answered.
We need to get the right protection to as many people as we can.
We need to protect as many as we can.
We will.
We don't give up. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IRIEinsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
Fans, welcome back here to the Raider Activity Center, where we're just kind of wrapping things up here for the evening, and our post-game interviews just got wrapped up as well. Thank you, Dakota Heritage Bank, for sponsoring our post-game interview. Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. DHBankND.com. We're looking around here at Region 1 right now, just kind of checking the scoreboard. Wyndmere, Lidgerwood, and Oak Grove right now tied one set apiece here going into the third set, and that third set's even pretty tight. Kindred has a 2-1 set lead right now as they're in set 4 down in Milner up against Sargent County. Northern Cass has jumped out to a 2-0 set lead. They just wrapped up set 2 there for the Jaguars as they're in Castleton here tonight. And we have other games going around the region as well. If I see them, I'll update them here. Actually, here's Richland over Lisbon right now, 2-0, and they're up 20-8 in that third set, so they might take a 3-set sweep there over the Broncos of Lisbon. So what does things look like here for both teams? Well, we talked about Enderlin now sitting at 2-3 overall. They will get a nice, a little bit of a break here, and then they go right back into region play where they got Wyndmere, Lidgerwood, and Northern Cass. So two tough teams coming up in Enderlin's world in their Region 1 play. For Maple River, they get a little break here as well. Some non-region games coming their way. As we mentioned in the post-game show there, the Lisbon Enderlin tournament is a good time for coaches to kind of explore some things and get some girls in there that maybe haven't been getting as much playing time, get them some valuable playing time. But as of now, we look at this. We look at the standings. It's going to be a fun one here in Region 1. There's no doubt about it that there's going to be a lot of parity when it comes to this, especially those top 4 seeds. Everyone vying for that first round bye here from Region 1. Once again, the Enbridge player of the game goes to junior Hallie Bisset, the setter, one of the setters in that 6-2 offense there for Coach Poole. Enbridge, life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. So as we wrap up things here from the Raider Activity Center, looking forward, a lot of exciting stuff coming from Region 1. Keep an eye on that schedule, especially the Year Live event schedule in terms of Region 1, Region 2. A lot of action going to be coming our way, especially on those Tuesdays and Thursdays when it seems like volleyball really starts to take charge throughout here, not just the end of September, but through the heart of October as we even kind of keep an eye on that postseason play. This is Alex Hoffman thanking you for joining us here on Your Live Event and YourLiveEvent.com. We hope to see you again soon.